All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to Mount Tahoma enrollment night and kind of presentation. My name is David McColgan, principal at Mount Tahoma High School, and joining me on this call will be Assistant Principal Nick Parks, who will be taking you through the majority of this evening. But I do want to welcome you to the presentation. In past years, we've been able to do this in person. You really get a good scope of what our building has to offer and what it looks like, and what an impressive facility it is. Just to highlight a few things that I know we're going to go into a little bit deeper in this presentation. One thing you can look forward to when your students come to Mount Tahoma is diversity, and it's something that our school and our students really celebrates and acknowledges. One of the highlights of the year is a multicultural assembly that the students put on towards spring break, and it really, I think, shows how important and how the diversity within our walls is to us. Programmatically speaking, we offer rigorous education, right? We offer an AP pathways for students they know they're college bound, they're on a college track. And we offer AP classes to students who haven't decided that yet, but want to challenge themselves. We have a fantastic CTE program, Career and Technical Ed, that really hones in on students' skills and desires for what they want to do in the workplace after high school, and really builds intentional pathways through their programs for students to be certificated in a variety of different fields, so that they are more employable when they graduate. And then when we get to the graduation, we graduate anywhere from 87 to 90% of our students, but I think the most impressive number that's kind of hidden in that is that students who are with us for all 4 years, it's almost a 100% graduation rate for students who stick with us for 4 years. And then one last thing to highlight that, I know we've got families of 8th grade students on this, but in future planning, we just hosted 2 senior events, I believe earlier than any other school in the district, and really offered our seniors an opportunity to visit colleges who came to us. So 4 years like Eastern, Western, Central, Wazoo, UW, and then some 2 years, TCC, Pierce, and some technical colleges, Bates and Clover Park. We're all in our building on Tuesday, and then some additional ones on Saturday. And one of the cool aspects of that is that we had a number of students obtain on-site admissions based on their academic record and pieces that they bring to the table. So students on Tuesday walked in and met with Wazoo and Western, and based on their academic performance were granted on-site admissions. So same thing was true for Eastern on Saturday. And so as you think about schools to enroll in next year, I think Mount Tahoma really is in a good spot to help your students reach what they want to reach, whether that be career or college. With that being said, Mr. Parks, you're up.
Thank you very much, Mr. McColgan. I am going to transition to my presentation here. So I am here to present on Mount Tahoma and to provide a detailed description of our wonderful school, the programs we offer, the extracurriculars and athletics we have. My name is Nick Parks, and I am our 9th grade assistant principal. This is my 6th year working in the building, and there's no place I'd rather be. I really love our school and our school community. Just some housekeeping notes. We are recording this, so if you know anyone who's not able to be here today, there will be a recording available. We cannot see the audience, and if you have questions, please enter them in the chat. Our agenda, so we'll briefly touch on our school culture. I'll be presenting on the different academics we provide within, or actually the different courses we provide within each of our academic departments. I'll share a quick tour of our facilities. We'll discuss athletics, clubs. We'll highlight some of our career and technical education classes. And then there also will be time at the end for questions, which you can enter in the chat. So just a reminder, the intent of having nights like this is really to emphasize and to provide opportunity for our choice enrollment process, which opens up on are due by January 21st for the choice enrollment applications. If a student is living outside of TPS boundaries, there's a different process. But if you're within TPS boundaries and would like to attend Mount Tahoma, even though you're not in the Mount Tahoma catchment, the choice applications are due by January 21st. So in touching on our school culture, and I like that Mr. McColgan began by really discussing the wonderful diversity we have within our building. Not too far back, our school leadership team came together and set a new school vision, and that is the future of Tacoma is at Mount Tahoma. And this is a vision, an idea that I feel really lives and breathes within our building. We have a number of teachers and staff who are actually graduates of Mount T, who just take deep pride in building our school community and building up really the capacity and the capital that our youth on the south side of Tacoma have. So we absolutely do believe the future of Tacoma is at Mount Tahoma. Another video I would like to share, and I'll do this time at the end of the presentation because it's a little bit of a longer one. Mr. McColgan had mentioned our multicultural assembly at Mount T, and this is really a highlight of our year where a number of our different ethnic clubs and really all clubs are able to present like different dances and presentations that are specific to the organization or club they're involved in. And it's just really a great time for us to recognize the eclectic mix that we have to offer here at Mount T. So digging right into academics, and I'm just going to go through our core content areas, and then I'll also discuss electives, but I really wanted to give you guys the full course catalog that we offer. So within math, we have Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, Pre-Calculus, Calculus, Modeling the World with Math, Statistics, Financial Math, and Bridge to College Math. So Algebra, Geometry, and Algebra 2 are really, it's very often that entry sequence. We have a number of students who take Algebra 1 as 8th graders too, so they get to start out right in Geometry. And then we also, I would point out here too, have a number of courses where students have the ability to earn college credit as well. So calculus, where there's an AP exam, would be an example of that. If a student earns a 3 or higher on the AP test, they could be, or they would be eligible to earn college credit. And then Bridge to College Math is it's a dual credit class that we offer, where students are able to earn both high school credit and college credit for the course. Within English Language Arts, this is another one where there's a pretty standard sequence. Students need 4 years of English to graduate from high school. We have English 1, 2, 3, and 4. As students get into their sophomore year, that they then have AP options as well. So actually, I believe we do offer more, at least 1 or 2 more AP Lit classes than this, but AP Language Comp and AP Seminar, which is a sophomore class, are also opportunities within English where students can earn college credit too as well by earning a high enough score on the AP exam. Within science, we offer biology, chemistry, physics, G-Tribe, environmental field biology, AP environmental science, AP chemistry, and AP physics, bio, chem, and physics. So those first 3 are really the standard track for freshman, sophomore, junior year. G-Tribe is a great course that we have available for students who might potentially struggle in biology as 9th graders, and they actually have the opportunity to earn 3 credits for science in just their sophomore year. Environmental field biology is another course that we have available for our upperclassmen. And then, of course, we have a number of AP offerings too, as was the case for ELA and math. Students in these courses have the opportunity to take the AP exam where they can test out of college credit. Within our social studies department, we have AP Human Geography, World History, U.S. History, Civics, Contemporary World Problems, AP U.S. History, and AP Government. AP Human Geography is a 9th grade course, World History is 10th, U.S. History is 11th, and then Civics and Contemporary Problems is a side-by-side class. Students take Civics first semester, or they could do it in the reverse order too, but they take Civics 1 semester, Contemporary World Problems another semester. And then also in social studies, we've got 2 AP offerings with U.S. History and AP Government. The foreign languages that we currently offer are Spanish, so we're currently offering Spanish 1 through 3. We also have Spanish available for a special course for native speakers who are already have a certain degree of fluency. We then also offer American Sign Language. We have a first-year course and a second-year course. Great thing about ASL is that it's also a CTE course, so students it can also qualify as a career and technical education credit. And then another great thing just with our ASL program is that Mount Tahoma is actually the location of the high school deaf and hard of hearing program within the district. So there's some great partnership there to be able to support our students who have DHH needs. And then we also are really happy that we're still able to offer Korean, and we have first and second year Korean courses available. For career and technical education, and I'll actually be highlighting some of these programs at the end of the presentation today. I've got a number of video clips that just really show off what great work is happening in these classrooms. But for career and technical education, we have our Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. It's also called JROTC. Pre-engineering, which is a new offering that Ms. Simmons has been able to provide this year. It's been a great course to have in the building. Teach 253, which is a program for students who are interested in potentially going into education. A great thing about Teach 253 is that there are some direct connections made to even potentially have an employment pathway within Tacoma Public Schools. Computer science, business and marketing, healthcare careers, and human body systems. I actually had those separate, but they're part of the same program. They're part of the Healthcare Academy. Auto technology, auto maintenance, TV production, photography, and video. And like I said, a number of these courses are going to be highlighted in some video clips at the end of this presentation. For PE, and we have a phenomenal PE department at Mount T that's just like very focused on whole body health. We offer individual and team sports, body conditioning, aerobics and dance, weight training and conditioning, fitness for life, swimming and sports, and health. So for a student to graduate from high school, they need 3 semesters of PE and then 1 semester of health. So there's just a number of options available depending on what a student's inclination is for physical activity. Within our art department, we have Art 1, painting, drawing, and ceramics. It's a team of 2, but Miss Seiler and Miss Ross really just do a phenomenal job of building up the artistic capacity of students in their courses. We have art pieces really all throughout their hall, and it's cool to see. They do great work in letting students express themselves artistically. And I'm also realizing there too what I should have included in case there's a question on this. Within our music department too, we have choir, band, and orchestra. It's been awesome this year to see the growth of our band program in particular. I was just at our football game the other week, and it was the biggest I'd seen our band play in a while. They sounded great. So I apologize for those not being on this slide. I should have included them, but we definitely do have band, choir, and orchestra available at Mount Tahoma as well. With regard to our academic programs, we offer the full range of special education services at Mount T. So our Learning Resource Center would be providing instruction for students who have areas of specific need in English or math. This would be for students who might qualify under the area of like specific learning disability. Our RISE program is specifically for students who have emotional behavioral needs that need support in the school setting. Our Access program is for students who might have multiple disabilities or potentially have cognitive needs that require more intensive support. I would say that for all 3 of these programs, and then also our deaf and hard of hearing program, there really is a big emphasis on inclusion when we come down to programming and class schedules. So we certainly want to ensure that every student is in the least restrictive environment possible, and that we are also meet the needs outlined in their individual education plans. So again, it's just really an emphasis. We really pride ourselves in being an inclusive school. We have a lot of data that also supports the fact that when students have opportunities to participate with their gen ed peers, they absolutely can and will achieve at the same levels if provided the right support. And then we also offer a full range of English language services at Mount Tahoma. We have a team of 3 outstanding teachers who service students all the way from potentially just needing some check-in services while they're still working at the higher ends of the ELPA exam, to students who need more intensive support, potentially 2 periods in, to be able to get both language immersion and appropriate academic support for their English language needs. For our facilities, and I was just talking to Mr. McColgan, I'd like to make a better highlight tour video of our building, but I do have some clips that kind of show off some of the main spaces within our building. So at our front entrance is our main office and counseling center. Let me just make sure this plays. So they're side by side and across from each other. In our commons and cafeteria, so this is a big shared space right in the middle of the building. This is where students eat lunch. It's also where we have things like our club fairs take place here. It's a meeting space for some clubs after school. It's also where we've hosted some of our dances too. It's a nice big space. Students are able to eat breakfast and lunch at Mount T every day, every school day. Here's a brief clip of our library, which is another great space, and we have an outstanding book collection that's curated by Miss Van Dyke, our librarian. And just 2 more spaces. Our main gym, this is where our basketball and volleyball teams play, along with wrestling, and it's where many of our PE classes take place. And finally, for our facility tour, this is Mount Tahoma Stadium, also called Nordy Field. This is where our football team, soccer team, track and field all participate. And then this is also a space that we're able to use for our PE courses too. It's a great field. And that is a nice segue to athletics. So in addition to being the 9th grade principal, I also get to support our athletic department at Mount T. And we offer a really nice wide range of athletic programs for students. So that includes boys and girls soccer, boys and girls tennis, girls water polo, boys and girls swimming, boys and girls track and field, boys and girls cross country, football, volleyball, which is a girls sport, baseball, fast pitch, boys and girls wrestling, boys and girls golf, boys and girls basketball, bowling, and just in the last year, we've started a flag football team too, which has just been another awesome addition to our athletics programs. What we absolutely know is that when students attach themselves to either a sports team or a club, they're much more likely to be engaged in school, much more likely to graduate on time, and we also know that it just really helps to build our school community. So always looking to ask students, hey, what are you interested in doing here? And maybe if their interest isn't a club or sport we offer, trying to figure out a way that we can still get them connected. With regard to our clubs, this is the list of those we currently offer. So we have an anime club, which is a very popular one at Mount T, AV club, band and orchestra, which I mentioned under courses too, because those are offered as courses, but they are also standalone clubs too. Our ASB, and this is, you might also call this the student council for the building, which is also actually a course that we offer. FCCLA, Plant Club, Black Student Union, Deaf T-Birds, Polynesian Club, our Weightlifting Club, Youth Leading Change, Vietnamese Club, National Honor Society, Key Club, Gamers Club, Bike Club, it's a really popular one, and Choir. And like I said, if you're looking at this list with your student in the clubs and sports and they have like something they're really passionate about and is not on there, we're always open to start new initiatives, start new clubs at Mount T. One that I'm just thinking of now that should be added to this is that we had a Latino club started in our building this year, and that was what I just described. Students recognized the need. They wanted and an affinity space and a club for Latino students in the building. And they were able to start a club this year. So even if what you're interested in is not here, we can certainly help in finding or creating that place. So now I have a series of clips from our CTE department. So each one of these is highlighting a different course or program. The first one is from Mr. Johnson for his photography and video course.
When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things it took from me, I know that I am so much.
You do a lot of pictures and eventually you do videos and whatnot too, and like do editing, and it's really fun. You learn a lot. The projects we did were really fun too, and it was enjoyable, and it wasn't too like over the top, and if you needed like help it was like there and whatnot. It wasn't hard to ask for. The photography classes here are like make me feel like I could go farther in photography too, and like do it more than a hobby and like a job.
This class is so cool. Like, you have the chillest people, you work with computers, you work with cameras, you learn so much about cameras. It's awesome. So yeah, you should definitely join this class.
I like how I can rent out a camera outside of the school grounds, and I can go outside and challenge like the types of pictures I take outside of school.
Those days are gone. I'm walking tall while you're alone.
A lot of the time I wasn't as confident in what I was taking and then just myself in general, and this class helped me with that too. With like everybody I've met and like Mr. Johnson, of course, like being there.
Right. Our next clip is also from one of Mr. Johnson's courses, and this is our TV production class.
Remember those days, those L's, I could sleep right now, get paid vacant, stay in B-side, breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right, you could be my peace sign. I don't need that energy around me, I just need sun, you're so cloudy, I wake up good, you're so grouchy, please get from around me. When the truth don't work, you start telling lies. Thought you were down the ride, you weren't down the ride. Caught switching, you were picking sides. Don't blink, caught slipping like a slip and slide.
I like TV production because it's really productive and hands-on, and it's really you have to work with a lot of people, and it's just a fun class to take. So in this class, you are really productive and you are always on the go. So you're pretty much just capturing moments of the school and putting it all together into one video for the whole school to watch. So that's really meaning that you're just going out, getting videos, getting what students have to say on specific topics and bringing it back, and we make a video out of it.
And our Mount T TV really does a phenomenal job.
Like cactus bag.
This next one is from our healthcare careers program.
It's a good way to like get the basic skills you need to know in a medical field. What he's basically going to do is take my temperature, pulse, respiration, and my blood pressure.
If we want to go into a healthcare career, we usually just practice medicine terms, and if you really want to go into the healthcare career, this class is for you.
High school students should want to take healthcare because it is so needed out in the community. There's a lot of things they can do. It's not just nurses and doctors, but there's several different avenues in healthcare that they can choose, such as a medical assistant or an RN or an X-ray tech. We start off with ninth graders who will explore, and then at that point they can decide if they want to continue in the Healthcare Careers Academy. have 10th graders that are in anatomy and physiology, and also an intro to healthcare. Junior year, they'll have an opportunity to do an internship at a clinic or hospital. Senior year, we're hoping that at that point they'll be working in the field and possibly extending their education in the field depending on what profession they choose.
Next up is our JROTC program.
About basics.
A lot of people think that JROTC is just about military stuff, but that's actually not the case. We do a lot of life skills, things that would come in handy after graduation, such as first aid, navigation, some finance stuff, like if you don't know the difference between interest rates, depreciation, and that kind of thing, we go over that. We go into insurance, such as liability insurance versus full coverage versus comprehensive. We do wear a uniform once a week. That's also considered life skill because it, dress for success. You learn how to tie a tie because when you do job interviews, you're probably going to be wearing a suit or at least a shirt and tie. We have teams that compete against other JROTCs, such as an air rifle team, drill team, color guard, and a physical fitness team.
This is from our auto program.
What happens in here is the students will come in, they start up. The whole idea is to get them prepared for the working world, and specifically in the automotive field. So you come in, you learn the theory behind automotive and how it works and how systems interact with each other. And then you will then come out in the shop and perform tasks on cars so that you can get the practical application of how it works. That's really what happens in here, and it is designed to get you so that you can leave here and start up at, say, Ford or a Chevy or something like that, or Toyota, Honda, wherever you want to go to, and start off working and getting a job.
I'm going to go back because I do need to switch presentations here really quick because Miss Simmons from our pre-engineering program didn't have a video, but had a slideshow that I'm going to review really quickly here. It's like I mentioned, it's a great new program we're offering at Mount T.
Hi, my name is Shavonda Simmons, and I'm the pre-engineering teacher at Mount Tahoma High School. So I just want to give you a brief run-through of what you will see in this presentation. It is probably best to view it in presentation mode, but you don't necessarily have to. But I do want you to be aware of there's a video here that you can click to play so that you can learn more about engineering.
And we'll be sharing this presentation out too.
So what is pre-engineering? So pre-engineering is a special set of skills and abilities that people use to begin solving any problem that will ever exist, combined with hands-on problem solving and creativity. And so the engineering skills often are used to create things and products such as cell phones, TVs, toothpaste, etc., by applying math and science skills to solve everyday life problems. These skills are also related to architects, interior designers, and other design-related and engineering-related occupations. This video you can also click on your own time, but it is about the 21 types of engineers. On this slide, you will see engineer-related occupations and salaries. This information has been collected from the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics from the Occupational Outlook Handbook website at bls.gov/OOH. If you want to, you can actually click the links. If you are looking at this slideshow on your own, you can click on the links as you see them below to get the full list of the engineering related occupations and salaries. This slide gives you information about what a student enrolled in pre-engineering would learn in the one-year course. And then the vanilla colored and underlined links you can actually click on to see videos and information about those particular topics, just in case you have more questions about what they are. So there are benefits of taking pre-engineering. Students in these courses can earn free college credit. Students can also earn industry recognized credentials, which we call IRCs, such as OSHA 10 certification and the Adobe Certified Professional certification. Students also can earn Algebra 1 equivalent credit, and there's lots of hands-on learning such as 3D printing, laser printing, model building, and computer 3D designing, and other endless opportunities. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or any other additional feedback or information that you would like to either give or have provided to you, you can contact me. Again, my name is Shavonda Simmons. I'm the pre-engineering teacher at Mount Tahoma High School. My email address is ssimmon@tacoma.k12.wa.us. And if you would like to have access to this information provided in this presentation, if you type in tinyurl.com/mths pre-engineering, you will be able to go to the link that provides you with this PowerPoint presentation. You can click through the videos and the content and the links that I spoke about earlier so that you can kind of peruse through it and look through it on your own time. I look forward to connecting with you all. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.
If you joined us late, my name is Nick Parks. I'm our 9th grade assistant principal at Mount Tahoma. And at this time, that concludes the presentation. So if there are questions, I believe that there should be the option to enter them in the chat for you, and I'll keep an eye on them populating. But I'll hang on here if there's any questions. Oh, great question. So someone said share that their son has autism. How are our special ed classes and program? And I would say that our program's incredibly strong and does a great job at meeting the specific needs of students while still ensuring that they have as much of an opportunity to be included with their gen ed peers as possible. Not knowing your student's IEP, like whether they receive services in the areas of math, reading, writing, if they have social emotional needs or adaptive needs, I would say our special ed team is really great at communicating with general education teachers about student progress, really great at providing that specifically designed instruction for students both within the special ed setting and outside the special ed setting. Just as someone who actually worked as part of the program before they went into school administration, I could say that there's not many special ed teams in the district that I would put ours up against. I think they do a great job serving the needs of all students. And I will just add to, as we get to closing here, a slide I should have included is my contact information as I look at this. So once again, my name is Nick Parks. I'm the 9th grade assistant principal at Mount Tahoma. And the best way to reach me is probably my office phone, and that number is 253-571-3850. Even if you leave a message, I've got access to my voicemail from my email, so I'll always keeping an eye on it. Once again, my name is Nick Parks. I'm our 9th grade assistant principal, and that phone number is 253-571-3850. Thank you very much for joining tonight. As mentioned, I'll send, as soon as the link's available for the recording of this, I will send it out in an email in case there's pieces you missed or if you'd like to share with any other 8th grade families. Once again, my name is Nick Parks. I'm the 9th grade assistant principal at Mount Tahoma. If you would like to connect with me directly, I'd be happy to do so. My office phone number is 253-571-3850. Thanks for the time and enjoy the rest of your night.